come on, get in. You're in cinemas all over the country and indeed the rest of Europe. Come on, cinemas, let's hear you. Oh, that's good. I can hear you, Scarborough. I can hear you, Berlin. Are you loud and proud in Stroud? Ah, you look like you're pretty groovy in the Bognor Regis Picturedrome Cinema. Yay! Edinburgh, I've got one question for you. Edinburgh, do you have any tattoos? Of course you do. You have a ruddy, great big military one in the summertime. Stop it. Chelsea Curzon Cinema, yeah? Everyone there? Yeah, got your Prosecco? Got your little sort of expensive knots? Great. Now, let's not forget our friends further afield. We've got Gibraltar. We're linked very much to Gibraltar. Not so much the Rock of Gibraltar tonight. You are literally the Rocky of Gibraltar tonight. See what I did there? Thanks for your support. Now, to all of you gorgeous cinema viewers out there, a great big hi, or Denton hi. Are your fishnets in place, my darlings? Are they, like mine, giving you a strangely pleasurable wedgie? Yeah? Have you got your suspenders, lab coat and stilettos on? Now, are you in a big gaggle in the cinema, or are you a Valerie Singleton? Yeah? Gaggles, please embrace the Valeries, I beg of you. Whoever you are, wherever you are so welcome into the capacious bosom of the Playhouse Theatre here in London's glittering West End for this truly extraordinary night of the one, the only RHS. The Royal Horticultural Show has been going now for an astounding 42... Sorry? It's not the sorry. Oh, apparently it's the Rocky Horror Show. Sorry, it's the Rocky Horror Show. Now, tonight's star-studded, and my goodness, the stars have come out in a veritable Milky Way tonight. We've got Kimberly Walsh, apparently, Sue Pollard has been spotted, and Jeanette Cranky of the Crankies is very much in the house. Yes, this gala charity star-studded perf in association with Amnesty International is unique. Unique, I tell you. Now, its creator, Richard O'Brien, let's do a physical, who first gave birth to this wild and weird monster back in 1973, stars as one of tonight's narrators. Oh yeah. And these, my friends, are his trousers. Can you see those? Those are Richard O'Brien, let's do a physical, his trousers. Yeah? He's got the slimmest legs in showbiz, hasn't he? His legs are slimmer than Lulu's. Unbelievable. Yes, that woke you up in the Alhambra cinema in Penrith, didn't it? Have you got your head out of that popcorn? Ah, your head wasn't in the popcorn. Oh, sorry to disturb you, Penrith. Now, Richard O'Brien, let's do a physical, will be joined during the evening by 4 other guest narrators and possibly my good self. Anyway, if you can spot Stephen Fry, Adrian Edmondson, Emma Bunton and Anthony Head on stage while we watch Brad, asshole, and Janet, slut, basically stripping and then getting both their frontal and back cherries popped. Now, I can see with my special all-seeing camera laser eye that many of you in the cinemas tonight have come as Frank or Riff Raff or Columbia. Great work, guys. But middle row, I think it's row F in the Arts Centre Cinema, sorry. That would be weird if it was called the Arts Cinema. Arts Centre Cinema in Aberystwyth. Yes, you. Middle of row F. Did you borrow that outfit from Jeremy Corbyn, my love? Yeah? A wind cheater? Really? Look, even if, like our wind cheater friend in row F in Aberystwyth, you are not in a basque or a bustier tonight, we want you to feel free to shout out, describe your balls, to sing along and to time warp. Good. Oh, I've built up quite a moustache, actually, of just pure adrenaline sweat. It's good. Now, joining me in my box, which isn't such a tight fit as it used to be, is the pair who together are, like Brad and Janet, the love story behind Rocky Horror. They're the Torval and Dean, the Paul and Mary. They're possibly the show's biggest ever fans. Stephanie and David Freeman, the team behind Time Warp, the Rocky Horror Fan Club. Welcome into my box.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be in your box.
A smattering of gentle applause. Come on, guys. Now, it's very, very lovely to meet you. Stephanie, you look amazing.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely gorgeous. I will ask you, possibly, just to do that slightly so we can hear your lovely dulcet tones. Now, you've been running Time Warp for many years now, haven't you?
Yes.
How many times have you done the Time Warp, do you think?
Oh, beyond count.
Beyond count.
Beyond count.
Right. Can you single out a favourite ever moment of the show that you love so much, or is that just sacrilege?
It's difficult, isn't it? Because it changes every night. That's the thing with a live show. It's always slightly different because you've got a different audience and a different feel. So it's unlike the movie, it's a live show.
Now, do you always wear the same outfits, or I'm imagining at home a whole walk-in wardrobe, sort of Sex and the City style?
Well, mostly in the loft, but there are 39 costumes to choose from.
39 each?
We have a few, yes.
No,
We have a few each.
between us.
39 for Stephanie and 39 for David.
Well, 40, actually.
Now, 40. How do you go about cleaning this, my love, the sequin?
I'm sorry to say I don't. So fortunately, your box is quite well ventilated.
My box is going to smell after you've been inside it, David, but that's fine. No, Febreze, always good.
Yes, Febreze, yes.
Sequin's favourite friend.
Oh, now, how, or why rather, why is it that this show is 42 years on since it first started, isn't it? Why is it still so popular? Why are all these people here tonight?
I would say because it's such brilliant writing from Richard to start with, but the show's become something more than just the show. The audience dresses up, the audience sings along, they join in. It's like a big party with your family.
Amazing.
Some strange cousins, but definitely like your family.
And the whole, obviously the shout-outs are a major, major part of the show, aren't they? Do they keep increasing every time the show's put on, or are you quite respectful of the script and you just stick to...
It depends. Some nights are better than others for that.
Right.
Some nights are quite rowdy.
Right.
It really depends who's on stage as well, because dependent on who you are and what you are, might invite certain call-outs.
Yes. Well, I sense you know something, Stephanie. Have you got something up your sleeve, my love?
Quite possibly.
Oh my days, this could get rocky, in a sense. Amazing. Now, I did do the Time Warp a lot in the 1980s. I do it occasionally at home on my own in the kitchen. Slightly sad. Could you remind us all, possibly? There may be some people there in the cinemas who've forgotten how to do the Time Warp.
There might be, yes.
Possibly a couple of people, I don't know, in Cleethorpes, they might be a bit rusty. I don't know,
think we can remember.
Yeah, can you remember?
We can remember.
Can you give us a quick masterclass?
Yes,
how about
we?
that?
Are you joining in?
I will certainly join in. As much
Okay.
as my top hat can survive. I'm not sure about the jump to the left, but I will give it a go.
So
Okay.
it's just a jump to the left,
Yep, good.
and then
jump
a
to the left.
step to the right.
To the right. Now, hang on. The foot goes out,
The
and
foot
the
goes out and the hand comes
joins.
down.
So the
Yes.
hand, it follows.
Step to the right.
Oh, that's very Arlene Phillips, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's strong. Okay, so down there, step to the right.
With your hands on your hips, so you bring your hands around.
Which way?
Onto
Anti-clockwise or clockwise? It's
onto your
important.
hips.
Hang on.
There you go.
Hands on the hips.
Hands on your hips.
Yes.
You bring your knees in tight.
In tight.
Very tight.
Good.
Lovely. Ooh.
Yes.
But it's the pelvic thrust, and you start going back.
Stephanie,
Ooh, nice
so bossy.
thrusting.
Stephanie, so bossy. Just went
She is.
pelvic thrust, backwards
She is.
first. I would
why
not
I
mess
married
with,
her.
I would, I would not mess with you, Stephanie. Right, this is all good.
So we have a pelvic thrust.
Thank
that
you.
really drives you insane.
Oh,
so we
round
need
we go.
a hip
Now,
swell.
guys, we need to start the show, my love, so
Okay.
I'm sorry to cut you off in your prime,
No,
but I'm
thank you.
about to. Now, Stephanie and David here, two in my box at one time. Literally haven't had that since 1985. Guys, oh, that's a hard squeeze from Stephanie. A bit scary. Now, before I venture down into the Ann Summers showroom that is the auditorium, a word now from the legend whose extraordinary imagination brought all of this madness into being. Here is Richard O'Brien, let's do a physical, talking with Aid Edmondson.
So we last met doing Rocky in 2006, and we're here again doing it again, and we're both the galas for Amnesty International. Why do you like Amnesty International so much?
Because I believe absolutely in the right of everyone to have an opinion and speak openly about the issues that concern them. To be imprisoned for holding an opinion is offensive, and sometimes worse, assassination, and I think we can call it that, for holding an opinion is well, it goes against everything that we were brought up to believe in. Democracy, government of the people, for the people, by the people, and to have a voice is essential. And to have an organisation that stands up for people.
Holds people to account.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, to be locked up without due process and not have a voice or somebody to speak up on your behalf is a dreadful thing. And Amnesty does that. There are other organisations like Human Rights Watch, terribly good. Jewish Voice for Peace is terribly good. There's lots of organisations that are out there, but Amnesty's here. It's it started in Great Britain, and it's essentially a wonderful organisation.
It just occurred to me there might be a thematic link to Rocky Horror in Amnesty. In the nub of the show, there's a kind of a yearning for kind of sexual freedom in the same way.
Well, we know now that in Great Britain we are allowed to be ourselves, more or less. I mean, there were times when men went to prison for being gay in Great Britain. That's no longer true. Young men today, young boys today who have discovered that they're gay can quite freely say, "I'm 16, I'm gay," and you know, and isn't that joyous? It's absolutely joyous.
And we're going to hear more from Richard. Let's do a physical. And I would indeed like to do a physical with you, my lovely sir. Look at the legs. Look at the badges. Wow, you look amazing. And look, you look absolutely gorgeous as well. Gorgeous. Hello. How old are you?
I'm 14.
14. Now, do you know what you're about to let yourself in for?
Yes, unfortunately.
Have you seen it before?
I have once, so...
You have once. I've got to learn how to use the microphone, clearly. It's really not working. You've seen it once. Have a great show tonight. Enjoy. We've got Colombia here. It's amazing. Now, from Leatherhead to Ljubljana, it is, of course, de rigueur to dress up. And we've got loads of people here tonight who have dressed up. Sir, I think you look Can I just ask you, actually, to stand up? Can you stand up, please? Now, we've got... I'm thinking, do you work in the law? Are you a barrister?
I'm not a barrister, no.
Are you possibly working in government?
Not in government, no.
What do you do?
I'm a lecturer at Queen Mary University.
A lecturer at Queen Mary University. Which department?
For history.
He's a history lecturer at Queen Mary University in London. So all of your pupils hopefully will be watching. And I'd just like to take you on a journey down this amazing... I'm so sorry, I don't know your name. What's your name?
Matt.
Matt, down your lecturer's body. So we've got lecturer, hello sailor.
I call this smart casual. Smart casual. Sort of it's Brad transitioning, sort of here at the wedding and then below after his final awakening. So, you know, betwixt and between.
You've really thought this through.
I've been a Rocky fan since I was 11 years old.
Same, since I was 13.
Absolutely. Living in the Welsh countryside growing up and then watching Rocky, suddenly, you know, the world pops open.
Absolutely the same for me.
Fantastic.
Oh, so how many times have you seen it, Matt?
The film or the show?
The show.
The show probably about 12 or 13. The film I used to watch as a teenager probably twice a week with friends. I would show it to everybody. It was a sort of religion for me.
Oh, I used to bunk off school to watch it. Did you?
Well, I didn't quite need to do that, but it's just, you know, when you're living in the middle of the Welsh countryside, something that tells you that you can live a life without restrictions, without categories, without boundaries. Don't dream it, be it.
Matt, I'm moved and slightly aroused. You're amazing.
That's the aim.
Please take a seat.
Thank
the
you so
lovely
much.
Matt, and we'll be back after this.